Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've got Darren Little here from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and we are live right now on an international call, on an international broadcast, broadcasting to all four corners of the world. Guys, this is the power of the internet. You could literally be in the UK, you could be in Australia right now, you might be someplace in North America, you could be over in Europe. Heck, you could be over in China or Japan. And the power of the internet is that I'm right now sitting at my kitchen table broadcasting all over the world, and you don't have to go to a hotel meeting to be here right here today. And that's really what's happening in our industry right now. And I'm going to tell you guys, there was a time for me where I was doing home parties and I was driving across town for an hour and finding parking to go to a hotel meeting and doing three-way calls from 7 in the morning until midnight, and sometimes as late as 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and then to get up and do it all over again. And I can tell you that that, in my opinion, is definitely not a freedom lifestyle. And the challenge with that business model is the more that you step into leadership, the more people want you on those three-way phone calls until it literally takes over your life. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you this. I literally just about walked away from the industry because I had no life. I was on three-way calls from the moment that I woke up in the morning until the moment that I went to bed. And to me, that's truly not a freedom lifestyle. Now, I'm going to share with you the strategy that we're about to unveil to you tonight is a strategy that you can use for any type of online or offline business to be able to fund your marketing campaign so that you have one, right? A lot of people don't even have a marketing campaign. And a lot of times when you get into a company, they've got high ticket products. So typically what happens is people can't afford those high ticket products and they don't have the money even on their credit cards or the savings account. So they really don't fully go to work until they're at those top high ticket products, right? And if they don't have the money, what do? They don't do anything. It's a true story. So we're going to show you a strategy that we rolled out in test marketing that's done over $2 million in team commissions. And myself and my business partner, Ari Maccabi, who's over in the Philippines, guys, we did $426,000 and 426,100 personally ourselves with this strategy without spending a single penny on paid marketing. So a lot of times you hear about these strategies from seven-figure income earners, but what they don't tell you is that they're spending half of that money on traffic to be able to make those type of income numbers that they say that they're making, but they never actually tell you that. They just show you the actual income that's being generated, but they don't tell you that out of that 426, they may have spent $250,000 on ads and paid traffic. This is a strategy that a brand new newbie, okay, a brand new newbie who's never had any experience before with our business model can make a full-time income within a 30 to 90 day period of time. In fact, we even had in our testing one 17-year-old kid, okay, that did $35,000 in profit his very first month in business, okay? Now, have you ever heard of something like that? Let's be honest, okay? If you're with a network marketing company or a direct sales company, affiliate marketing, online marketing, MLM, have you ever heard of a 17-year-old kid in his very first month making $35,000 in profit? I sure haven't. until we rolled out this strategy. So this is something that literally anybody could do. Doesn't matter if you're a single mom or if you're a part-timer. You could be a blue-collar or a white-collar worker. It doesn't matter. In fact, guys, this is kind of a little bit on the down low, but we even had one guy that just got out of prison, and he only had 100 friends on Facebook, and he applied the formula that we taught him. His very first month, he made $28,500 with this particular strategy. Now, the really cool thing that I'm going to share with you before I actually take you behind the scenes and I show you actually how the strategy works and how the formula works, the thing that I'm going to share with you tonight is that you can actually, within a 24 to 48 hour period of time, actually start making money. In fact, we have people that have made money the same day that they started because they were very coachable. They followed exactly what we told them to do step by step. They didn't try and reinvent the wheel. They didn't spend a single penny on paid marketing, but you can start generating 100, 250, 500, and $1,000 daily commissions, guys, okay? Daily commissions. And a lot of times those can happen multiple times per day. So when I first rolled this out, in the very first 5 days, okay, in the first 5 days, I made over $24,000 in 5 days, no paid marketing, just the Facebook strategies that we teach. And after a 35-day period of time, myself and my business partner, we generated $240,000 in profit, okay, in 35 days. It's all documented. So this is a strategy that we've taught to thousands of people, right? And we have literally dozens and dozens of stories of people that have made their very first 1K day online using this particular formula. Now, what I want to do here, guys, because, a lot of people say, well, Darren, you could do it because you've got the experience, or you could do it because you've got a list, right, that you could market to. But before I take you behind the scenes, I want to actually let you hear from a brand new person, okay? When I say brand new, I'm talking about 1 week, right? His very first week. And he took the first 4 days to go through the training because he really wanted to get the strategy down pat. And his very first day, on day 5, he had a $1,400 day online. So I want to bring out to the call, Samuel. Welcome to the call, my friend.
All right, awesome. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Sweet, sweet.
So Samuel, tell us a little bit about your background and, what was it like prior to going through this training, and what's it like now in your business? Talk to us a little bit about that.
To start from the beginning, when I first started marketing, I never really had a mentor, right? I was in the mindset where I could figure it out all out on my own, right? And because of that, I was basically delaying myself, literally months and months and months of hard work, right? Trying to figure things out. I was trying, I would go to YouTube to try, learning the different strategies. I would follow a whole bunch of different people, just trying to figure out what they're doing, right? And after a couple months of doing that, there was actually a month where my family and I, we were homeless, right? We literally lost our house. And since I was still in the stage of trying to figure things out, right? I wasn't in the financial situation to really support my mother, right? And support my sister. I couldn't get them out of that situation. So I literally, that exact week, I was just looking at my mother crying, right? She was crying and and there's nothing I could have done to help her. And I realized that I never wanted to be in that situation again. So fast forward a couple months after that, right? I've been following you, Darren, for a long time now, right? And literally just a week ago, I think today marks the first week, I reached out to you because I was like, I never want my family on the streets again, right? I never wanted them on the streets. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not willing to try guessing anymore. I don't want to figure things out anymore. I need something to work, right? Because I never want to be in that position again. So like Darren said, guys, I joined literally a week ago. for the first 4 days, I know Darren has the messages. I was telling him, I'm not, right now, all I'm doing every day is I'm just training, right? Darren told me, Sam, you needed to be coachable. So I literally took that to heart. In the first 4 days, I just did nothing but train. I was rewinding all of the training videos more than Darren recommended 6 times. I watched them more than like about 20 times, right? Each of them. And some of them are an hour long. And I just kept watching them. And literally on day number five, the same day I applied, right? Because previously I was just studying, right? The same day that I applied them, I made my first $1,400 within this program under your mentorship, Darren. And that's basically that. And right now that just keeps driving me, because I feel like now with the skill sets that I've gained from you, right, I don't have to worry about being on the streets anymore. Now I have the confidence to raise money on the social media, on social media, to pretty much fund anything. If something happens, let's say if we lose our house, I'm confident that I can get on social media, raise the money that I need to get an apartment, right, or to get at least get my family out of that situation. So that's basically that's what drove me to where I am right now, and I'm here now.
Fantastic, brother. Well, that's great. Continued success. And Samuel, I got to tell you, bro, I am so proud of you for what you have been able to accomplish in your very first week. And thank you for being coachable. Seriously, standing ovation to you. Okay. So, guys, what I want to do right now is I'm going to take you behind the scenes. I want to share with you some of the pain points of the marketplace, and you'll probably really be able to relate to these because you're probably going through them yourself right now with your particular business. And then I'm going to show you the 7-figure formula so that you can see the distinction between what most people do and what the 7-figure income earners do, okay? Because they don't go out and pitch their primary business like you're being told to do. And they certainly don't go to their friends and family and harass them, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about you're going to have to take this concept to your friends and family and harass them, because we don't do that. And that's definitely not what we teach, okay? So what I would encourage you to do before I share my screen here is turn off all distractions right now, because you're going to want to pay very close attention, and you're probably going to want to get a pen and paper, okay? And you're going to want to take notes, because there's going to be a lot of information that we deliver tonight, because this is a value-based webinar, and we want you to leave here really understanding this distinction between what most people do and what the 7-figure income earners do, okay? Is that fair, guys? Is that fair? Okay. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to take you a little bit behind the scenes right now, and we're going to go live. So first of all, I want to welcome you guys to this presentation tonight. This is Black Ops Underground Marketing, and we're presenting to you tonight instant PayPal commissions. The cool thing about this strategy, guys, is that you work today and you get paid today. Okay, it's not something that you have to wait for a month to get paid. I've been in programs before where I've had to wait as long as 3 months to get paid, and sometimes I was never paid. So I went out and made the money for the company, but then when it came time to pay me, they never paid me, right? And it's a big problem in our industry. Some companies never actually get into liftoff, and that is a problem when you've already done the work and they don't pay you your money. This is instant. The moment that you make a sale, you're going to get paid instantly to your PayPal account. Now that's me there, Darren Little. This is my business partner over in Manila, Ari Maccabee. And we're going to share with you how we went from zero to, in our very first 30 days, it was actually a little less than 30 days, we made $208,000 our very first month, right? There's the back office printouts. And we did it all without doing a single penny in paid advertising. That means we didn't buy traffic, we didn't do solo ads, we didn't do banners, we didn't do anything like that. It was all on Facebook using free marketing strategies that anybody can do, okay? Now, if you stick around to the end of the presentation, I'm going to give you a copy of my training manual valued at $197. And I will tell you that this will literally fast track your career by at least 3 to 5 years with this training manual. So you definitely want to stick around to the end to get a copy of that. Now, I want to share with you the biggest challenges that our industry has. The first thing is that people hate harassing their friends and family. And if you've been taught to make a list of your top 200 contacts, all the companies want to do is sell their products. What they don't care about is that you're going to literally leave a trail of carnage behind, and those people are going to pummel your dream down to nothing, and they're going to, the majority of them tell you to go fly a kite. In the event that they do buy your products, there's a high probability it's because they feel sorry for you, truth be known. So the people don't like getting rejected, and it's a huge problem. It literally cripples people because that's all that they've experienced. They talk about their business and they get rejected. We're going to share with you, there's another way to do our industry so that you never get rejected. Now, they also don't have any marketing budget to properly run their business. And people typically hire us, guys, just so you know, to become millionaires. And instead of thinking about making $10,000 a month, you should be actually thinking about spending $10,000 a month on your marketing campaign, right? When you really want to get to 7 figures and beyond. The other thing is that they don't have enough capital to be able to purchase their high ticket products. And those can range in price from $5,000 all the way up to as high as $100,000. And we're going to show you tonight why that model does not make any sense the way that they teach it. Also, they don't know how to generate leads to have a steady stream of qualified buyers looking at their business opportunity daily. And that's a huge problem if you don't have any leads. Now, even if I was to give you 20,000 leads, truth be known, you probably wouldn't know what to do to close or upsell those people to higher ticket products. And because of that, because you don't make any money and you can't share anything of value because you're not making money, typically you probably don't have any team duplication in your business. Now, people don't really know how to market to become the attractor factor because they don't understand that you truthfully on the front end, you don't market your primary business. You market to the pain of the market. That will get you qualified buyers by understanding the pain. And that's why I want you guys to understand these. This is a really important slide. Now, you're probably looking at that and say, you know what, that's me. Right? I don't want to harass my friends and family. I hate getting rejected. I don't have a marketing budget or the capital. I don't know how to generate leads or close an upsell or to get team duplication. And I don't understand attraction marketing. Now, I want you to first of all understand what target marketing is. The blue area represents the North American population. The green area represents the personal development industry, and the pink area represents the home-based business industry. And you'll notice that it's a sliver within the personal development industry. So the truth be known, it's really about peak performance. It's really about leadership. And the majority of people that work 9-to-5 jobs in that type of mentality that are not on the path of personal development, they don't even qualify to be an entrepreneur. So it's very important that you understand that we're actually in the personal development industry. We're in a leadership business model. A lot of people don't know that when they start, but they find that out when they're about 90 days in, that if you want to make big money, if you want to become a 7-figure income earner, you got to have value and you got to step into leadership. Now, your real target market, the pink area represents the home-based business industry. It's a 97% failure rate, and only 3% of all the people that are in the home-based business industry actually have success. You think there might be a lot of leads there? What do you think? 97% of all the people that are already sold on our business model are failing, and they're failing miserably. How miserably, you might ask? Well, let me just share a little bit of data with you. When you probably recognize some of these companies on here, you know, Isogenics or Herbalife or Organo or Melaleuca, right? Primerica, Nu Skin, Amway, Nikin, Ambit, USANA. Did you know that only 0.1% of the entire industry earns more than $400 per month? Okay. The numbers are very, very low, guys. And why do we have so much success? Because we teach the 7-figure model so that people know exactly what we do, and then they just duplicate what we do. Now, here's what most people do, especially if you have high ticket products. So this would be your primary business. So what do they tell you to do? They tell you to go all in. So people typically, what they do is they invest their own money, they max out their credit cards right there, or they use up their entire savings account and they max out their credit cards. So they have no money left for marketing at all. So what they don't realize, and what most people won't tell you, is without a mentor, it typically takes 2 to 4 years of a learning curve to learn free strategies. Okay. If you don't have a mentor that can teach you what to do step by step, you're kind of guessing. You're really guessing. You really don't know what's working. So you keep on making all these guesses, which can be very costly. Now, most companies have an auto ship. Plus, they want you to go to 4 events per year. And those events can cost anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000 per event, times by 4, times by 2 to 4 years, plus your primary business costs. You can see how this is a debt model. They're putting you into debt and then further and further and further into debt. So most people never even get here, unfortunately. And it really hurts us to see people that get kind of suckered into maxing out their credit cards and using up their entire savings account and being put down this rabbit hole and into a situation where on the verge of bankruptcy. This last year, I had dozens and dozens of calls from people anywhere from $60,000 to $108,000 in the hole, calling me saying, Darren, we're on the verge of bankruptcy. Can you help? Okay. Now here's the difference. This is what the 7-figure income earners do. This is what the smart people do. They have something on the front end that is literally like their personal ATM machine. Okay. Now these are products that typically will pay you the same day that you sell them. They could be JVZoo products, they could be ClickBank products, or they're products where you obtain the reseller rights to the product, where you become the vendor. And now the moment that you make the sale, you get paid today. Okay, you work today, get paid today. And what we do is we show people how they can literally copy and paste their way to $1,000 daily commissions with this strategy. Now your business is going to now fund your high ticket products and your ad campaign. The business is going to be funding your event tickets and your airfare and your accommodations and your whole rollout of your campaign. So you don't have any risk of your own personal capital. The business is paying for it. This is the Robert Kiyosaki model. This is the Donald Trump model. It's called OPM. Other people's money. Okay. So once you learn this strategy, like if you could do a business and if you were like me in the first 5 days, I made over $24,000. Now the business actually has working capital. You see the difference here? Now I'm using the business's money to go get my high ticket products versus my credit card and my savings account. So what ends up happening once you learn this is you end up with not only multiple revenue streams, but you rise to the top of the leaderboards in whatever your primary business is because you're learning the 7-figure strategy. You're actually building your list of qualified buyers for free at a profit on the front end. So you're targeting people that are already sold on our business model and you're helping them to solve their pain first, and then secondary, you're marketing your primary business on the back end, not on the front end. It's a big mistake that people make in our industry, guys. Now, how do you make the biggest money in our industry? Well, Truth be known, guys, I will share with you that if you really want to make the biggest money in our industry, it really comes from creating your own products, doing your own coaching and your own events. That's where the multiple seven-figure income earners, that's what they all do. Now, the challenge is that you need to gain a high level of knowledge and skills first before you would ever even be able to do that. And you really have to hone your skills and master your craft so that you can come up with products. You can't come up with products or do coaching and events when you don't have any success yourself, right? You will lose credibility. Like, who's going to want to buy your product if you can't even recruit any new reps yourself, right? Think about that, right? You would want to know that the person that you're following and purchasing their products has already mastered the skill themselves. Now, this takes a huge amount of time and also financial risk. And truthfully, there's no guarantees that you'll even be successful, even if you were to roll that strategy out. Now, so what's the answer? What's the answer? Well, the answer is to follow the seven-figure model. And what we typically do is we look for pre-made products that already have the funnels. They already have the marketing materials together, but they're things that specifically target the masses in any company, where you can purchase the reseller rights and then you make 100% of the sale of the product yourself as the vendor the same day. Now, when I say target any company, that means it doesn't matter if you're in weight loss, skincare, nutraceuticals, you might be in energy drinks, power. It doesn't matter what type of company or products that you're marketing. Whatever the thing that you market on the front end, it has to hit every one of those categories. Digital products, online products, network marketing, affiliate marketing. It has to go and hit all of them so that you can have the biggest amount of potential buyers. Now, this allows you to fund your entire marketing campaign, build your list of buyers for free and at a profit, and raise the money for your high-ticket product purchases. And also, when you market these products on the front end, that's what allows you to get the biggest array of qualified buyers. So, in other words, if I was going for weight loss, and I went directly to weight loss, I've literally lost over 95% of all the other companies that aren't necessarily in a weight loss company, because they already figured that they have their ticket to the promised land, say with Prepaid Legal or with Amway. You see what I mean? But if I give them something of value first, I'm going to lasso the biggest amount of qualified buyers on the front end, and then get an opportunity to give them value to see me as a leader, which is what we teach and train our students. And that's why they have so much success so fast. So you want to market these products on the front end that hit mass market, and your primary business on the back end. That's really the key. Now, how do you hit mass market industry wide? It's really, really simple. You got to focus on two key areas in your business. The first one is personal development, right? Every single industry, every single company, really personal development, leadership, mindset training, that is the one core area that will hit every single one of the companies. And the other area is marketing strategies, whether it's Facebook strategies, Facebook Live, blogging strategies, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram. It doesn't matter what the strategies are, as long as you can show people how to solve their pain with the marketing strategies that you're teaching. So if you can find something that targets these two areas, you use that on the front end to get your biggest list of qualified buyers first, and then you're going to market your primary business on the back end, right? That gives you the biggest chance to, it's like casting the biggest fish net out into our industry of qualified buyers. Now, guys, we found that it's called the Genesis Educational Library, and it really targets those two specific areas that can target any business. So there's really 4 different product levels. There's $100, a $250, a $500, and a $1,000 levels for this program. And the higher packages include the lower product levels underneath. And I will tell you that from all of our testing, that 99% of the buyers actually get the $1,000 product because they want to make the $1,500, $250, and $100 commission. So when you have G1000, that includes all the products, okay? Now, I'm going to share with you the power of this. The power of this. The first thing that you do is you purchase the reseller rights for the products that you wish to market. Okay, that's step one. So the G100, you pay $100 for the product, and then you pay $40 per year to have the reseller rights. The $250 product, you pay $250 plus $100 per year for the reseller rights. The G500, you pay $500 for the product plus $200 per year for the reseller rights. And this is the one that 99% of the people get, which is the G1000. You pay $1,000 for the product, and then you pay $299 per year for the reseller rights. The next thing you do is you really decide what commissions you want to earn and purchase that level of product and the reseller rights combo. So, you know, it's either 100, 250 would include the 100, 500 would include the 250 and the 100, and then the 1,000 would include the 500, 250, and 100. So obviously the higher packages include the lower product levels. And then you start marketing using our strategies, using the seven-figure model, and you make instant commissions directly to your PayPal account. And when you work today, you get paid today. Now, guys, I'm not going to really go deep into all of the products because the link right underneath this video will take you so that you can see the incredible amount of value in both personal development leadership and in marketing strategies. And there's a whole wide array of different things that these products offer, but the most amount of value that you're going to get, as you will see, is with our $1,000 G1000 product. Now, here's the power of this. This is called a You First compensation plan. So let's say that this is your sponsor that you're purchasing the product from, and that's you, right? And then you go out and you make your first sale. That actually is yours. Now, the power of that is that you get paid all of your money back that you just invested, and now you start building your business. Now, your second sale is what's called a qualifying sale, and that gets passed up to your sponsor. Now, once you do that, you're set up now to do the same thing. And I want you to show you the power of this because it's called an infinity second sale pass up. So now let's say that this is you and you just bring in your an affiliate and that's their commission. They obviously get that. But now watch what happens. They're going to now send you a qualifying sale, and that's going to be as if you personally sponsored that person. So they just handed over that sale to you, and now they make their commission, and now you get the next qualifying sale, gets passed up, and now guess what happens? That's like you personally sponsored that person. So there they are. They make their commission, and now they pass up another one to you. This goes to infinity, guys. And that's just from one line. You can have as many lines as you want where you're helping your team grow, and it goes to infinity. There's no levels here. So as you're building and working with your team and providing them with leadership, you continually get these pass ups from your organization. And when those are $1,000 at a time, you can see how it would be possible by stepping into leadership, how myself and my business partner in our first 35 days made $240,000 with this program. And I'm telling you, once you get a few of these $1,000 commissions coming in, it will completely, totally change not only your mindset, but every aspect of your life as you know it. Now, I want to share with you a few of these just incredible testimonials from some of our students. This is Robbie Godsell. He started with us when he was 17 years old. His very first month in business, he had a $35,000 month. That is profit, just so you know. He didn't spend any money on paid marketing. This is Kim Justice. In her first 7 weeks, She was a part-timer. She was a fitness trainer. She made $16,000 in her first 7 weeks online. This is Michelle Tracy Anderson. She was a work-at-home mom. She's got a couple of boys. $10,000 her very first month working on a part-time basis, guys. That's the power of this. This is Jeff Lynn, his very first 5 weeks. Not only did he make $25,000 in his first 5 weeks, but he's now gone on to be a top producer in multiple different income streams. And he always rises to the top of the leaderboards. And now you see his name all the time, every time he rolls out something, because he implements the same formula that we taught him with the 7-figure model. Now, you're going to get a chance tonight to hear from Charlene Savage. Charlene, actually, when she came to us in the very beginning, guys, she was living on her credit cards, buying groceries and paying interest using her credit cards just to eat. She's a single mom with a son. Her very first month, she made $18,000. And in her very first year now, she just passed her first year with us, she made $175,000 in the bank, okay? And that's the power of this. Now, this next year, she'll probably do at least double that. There's a high probability, and that's when the income starts scaling up to higher levels. This is another great story. Jennifer Gabat, she was actually about $70,000 or $80,000 in the hole from following leaders that told her to upgrade and buy more traffic. And it wasn't until she got into the 7-figure mentoring and the Black Ops Underground marketing that she had her first $100,000 year online, right? And this has all just happened, guys. This is all data that we've generated from doing our test marketing with these strategies here since we rolled out this campaign. Billy was another one of these individuals that was told to upgrade and buy more traffic. And he used up his entire savings account. He maxed out every credit card that he had. He was actually washing cars just to make ends meet, to get a little bit of income to feed his family. His very first 12 months, $140,000 in the bank, guys, right? And he's now coming up with his own products. He's really stepped into full-time leadership and mentorship. And, his life will never be the same again. He'll never have to worry about money ever again. You're going to get a chance here tonight as well to hear from Jose and Jennifer. First year, $100,000. When they actually came to us, they had an eviction notice, 6 children, 2 days with no water. They were literally on the verge of being homeless. And within a 10-day period of time of being coachable, they made $5,400. They made another $8,000 right after that. They got a chance to get to a wedding where Jose was part of the wedding party, and he was worried he wasn't going to even be able to get there. Now, imagine the stress that put on the family when he had to get to a wedding and he couldn't even get the tickets for the family to get there. First year, $100,000 from being on the verge of being homeless. So that gives you the idea of what can happen. This is another great story. Danny Joshi, when he came to me, was 23 years old. He was told to upgrade and buy more traffic as well. He's $50,000 in debt. In his very first year, he made $140,000, guys, in the bank, right? And now he's gone on to be able to do his own mentoring and his own coaching as well. And I think in the last couple of months, he made about $50,000. So it gives you an idea how the income starts to scale up as you get better and better at the strategies. Now, there's 2 things that you really must have to be successful in any business. I don't care if you got an offline business, if you're a realtor, mortgage broker, insurance agent in the automotive industry. If you do not have these 2 things, your company will go bankrupt, okay? I'm going to say this again. If you do not have these 2 things, your company will go bankrupt. Now, you have to have a steady stream of leads. Those are a steady stream of qualified buyers that want whatever it is that you're offering. Now, by us targeting people that are already sold on our business model, that gives you the widest net possible. Now, how do you do that? You do that by speaking to their pain and helping them to solve their problem. That's what generates a lead. And that's what you'll learn in detail in Millionaire Mentoring. The other thing is you need a steady stream of cash flow. You know, you can have a great concept or a great idea, but you have monthly expenses. And if you have an offline business, you typically have lease costs, you've got power and electricity, you've got rental costs, you've got inventory costs, you've got staff costs, marketing costs. If your business does not have a steady stream of cash flow, you will go under, okay? So steady stream of leads, steady stream of cash flow. And what's the secret to that? What is the secret to that, to learning that? I believe it's Millionaire Mentoring. And we literally have dozens and dozens of case studies of people that have gone from rags to riches because they were coachable. They just followed the bouncing ball. They just followed what we told them to do. They didn't try and reinvent the wheel. They didn't try and come up with a better way. And truthfully, the two things that you have to really surrender are your pride and your ego, and just be coachable, guys. Just be coachable. Now, so what I want to share with you is, what if we were to do this? What if we were to give you our 7-figure secrets from a combined 60 years in the industry? What would that mean for you if you could get the fast track to really understanding how to get to 7 figures and beyond? What if we were to teach you how to build a business without ever having to harass your friends and family? So in other words, all of the income that has been made by our students has been made through social media, where they have access to hundreds of millions of leads. There's never a shortage of leads, guys, once you understand the secret to use Facebook to be able to generate the specific type of buyer, right? A specific type of buyer for your business, okay? And it's typically people on the path of peak performance. We're also going to teach you how to never get rejected ever again. What would happen to your confidence and your self-esteem if you knew that it was impossible to ever get rejected once you know this little tiny secret? Also, we're going to teach you how to generate unlimited leads using social media. Literally, when I talk about unlimited leads, guys, I have one group on Facebook that has close to 5,200 people in it. It's a personal development group called Quantum Millionaire. And those are all qualified buyers, right? 5,200, right? I didn't spend a single penny to be able to generate 5,200 leads. Now, what would it mean for you if you knew that strategy and how to implement it for your business, whatever your business is? And keep in mind, it doesn't matter what you're marketing. Heck, we've got a realtor that went through Millionaire Mentoring. In her first year, she made it like an extra 120 grand in real estate commissions. So it's really not about any type of business. It's just about being an entrepreneur and really understanding an entrepreneurial mindset. We're also going to teach you how to recruit new reps into any business in 6 to 45 minutes. Now, when people hear me say that, they actually don't even believe it until they actually see me do it live. And then they're literally, their jaws on the ground, and they can't even believe what they just witnessed, especially when I never talk about any company, any products, any comp plan, any patents, any trademarks, any track record of management team, but they see people pull out anywhere from 1,400 to 10 grand, and they're completely mystified that it actually happened, and they've watched it because I do it live. We're also going to teach you how to get explosive team duplication and incoming inquiries by mastering attraction marketing. Now, how exactly are we going to do that? Well, real simple. We're going to go live with you. We're going to actually have a live and interactive Super Sunday where you get to interact with us as Millionaire Mentors. And for the first 100 people that take action tonight to purchase the G1000 product, we're going to give you 3 hours of live Millionaire Mentoring. It's going to be held on Sunday, May 20th at 11 a.m. Pacific. And guys, this is a $3,000 bonus that we're going to give you for the people that are really, truly serious about changing their life. Okay. I can tell you that if you're coachable, you can literally walk away from your job in 30 to 90 days. And I'm not saying that from, like hype. I'm saying that to you from documentation, because I believe that documentation beats conversation. If we can show those type of testimonials and stories, like you're going to hear from Charlene Savage today. Her first month, she made $18,000, right? From a complete flat start, never had any success before in an online marketing situation, and right from nothing to first month making 18 grand. So that's what is possible. Now, this is really what's going to kind of guarantee your liftoff, because this is an opportunity to interact with us personally as mentors and get all your questions answered out of the way. It's live and interactive on a Zoom broadcast. So it's not a recording. You're actually speaking directly to myself and my business partner. Now, as an additional bonus, guys, okay, this is really, and I believe this is really where people are going to start into multiple six figures and get into seven figures. We are launching our Black Ops Live Millionaire Mentoring, and you will actually get grandfathered for the first year into our $2,000 yearly Black Ops Live Millionaire Mentoring when we launch it. And it's over $96,000 in yearly millionaire mentoring. And that's no joke. We don't make those prices up. If you actually go to my website at darrenlittle.com and you click on mentoring and coaching, you will see that people really pay $1,000 an hour to be able to fast track their success in this industry by learning everything that we do. And they do pay that, just so you know. It's $1,000 an hour. So it's not prices that we make up. Now, this is a program that when we do roll it out, it will be another income stream for you. It will pay 50% commissions and will also pay monthly residual income. So the monthly fees will still apply to that, because you're going to be making money off of that as an income stream, and it will provide you with monthly residual income. So as an example, with that particular program, if you had a little tiny team of only 200 people, it would pay you $200,000 a year plus 20 grand a month. So if you're a realtor, mortgage broker, insurance agent, automotive industry, guys, those aren't big numbers, just so you know, to make that type of an income. So that's going to be thrown in as well as a bonus if you take action tonight and you get involved. Now, what is it going to cost, right? You're not going to have to spend 100 grand here, guys. You're not even have to spend 50 grand or 25 or 10,000 or even 5,000 or even 2,500 bucks. Okay. For the first 100 people that take action tonight, we're going to let you get into this training where you can start popping 100, 250, 500, and $1,000 commissions daily, sometimes multiple times per day, every day of the week for only $1,349. Okay. And guys, I will tell you that if you just show up and you're just coachable, that you will literally never, ever have to worry about money again for the rest of your life. You can literally make money on demand, that anywhere that you have a laptop computer and a Wi-Fi connection, that you can make money from anywhere. Now, I'm going to tell you the story what happened for me in February, because I went away for 2 weeks vacation to Maui. And there were days when I was sitting by the pool getting a suntan where I did $9,000 in sales. There was days where I was golfing with my parents where I did $6,000 in sales, right? And you're going to learn all those strategies on how to actually make money while you're sleeping. So during the month that I was away on vacation, I still had a $50,000 month, right? That is the power of this. So throw your hat over the wall, guys. Trust me when I tell you that this is next level training. This is real millionaire mentoring. And I can tell you that once you learn these strategies, you will see your name rise to the top of the leaderboards in record time. Now, I did also promise you a copy of my training manual. If you go to mlmsuperhero.com, and you can get a copy of that, and we're off to the races. So let's just go back here onto the broadcast because I do want to hear quickly from a couple of people. First one I want to hear from right now is Jennifer. So Jennifer, tell us a little bit about your personal transformation in Millionaire Mentoring.
All right. There we go. Can you hear us there?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for having us here on the call. It's Yenny and Jose. Man, it's been such a journey, and it's been an honor to work with you guys and learn from you and learn from Black Ops. When we first came in the program, we were actually struggling online. I was doing network marketing full time, but I really was not having like team duplication and wasn't making the money that, you know, I felt like I deserved to make. And in that journey, I met Jose, and he was an entrepreneur as well. I mean, you can share a little bit of your background.
Yeah, you know, definitely. It was definitely we were in the struggles. I mean, we were both struggling entrepreneurs. You know, we fell really behind on our bills, guys. You know, we were facing an eviction notice. And that's when we had the magic phone call with Darren Little, like we like to call it, right? The magic phone call where he talked to us about for an hour, 20 minutes. And he just gave us you know, just basically everything he was already showing us. You know, everything he was already showing us except for minus the ego.
Love.
Yeah, minus the ego and the pride, I guess. And, you know, once we surrendered our ego and the pride and just did exactly what he told us to do, bam, 10 days later, $5,400 in the bank. After that, another $8,000 the next week. And like literally our lives changed in a matter of weeks.
A couple of weeks. Yeah, since then, you know, we have been able to have, you know, the money to invest in multiple income streams. So now we not only have one, but we have a couple of income streams online, and we have helped so many people do the same. So we're forever grateful for your mentoring and your coaching, Darren. We love you so much. Thank you for having us here.
Yeah, we really do appreciate it, Darren, what you have done for us. And I mean, it's been absolutely. It's been a little over 12 months. You know, well over 6 figures later. Now we're launching our own products, and I mean, we couldn't be happier. You know, and Millionaire Mentoring really did change our life.
Fantastic, guys. Super, super proud of you guys. You know, continued success, guys. Continued success, guys. I want you to really grasp what really you just heard here. Okay. This is a couple that has 6 children that had an eviction notice that went 2 days with no water. Okay. They were literally on the verge of being homeless when they started into Millionaire Mentoring. And now, a year and change later, well over 6 figures, they're now doing their own mentoring and coaching. They're launching their own products now. And that's what this is really about. Right? Because that truly, guys, just so you know, that's where the real big money is. And we want to be able to take you, even as a brand new newbie, okay, like Samuel was saying, because Samuel's only in his first week, guys, just so you know, and his very first day that he implemented the strategies, he had a $1,400 day, okay? Now, how many days would you have to work at your corporate job to make $1,400, right? Ask yourself that question. He did it in one day of being coachable. Okay, one day, $1,400 in one day. His very first week. Okay, I want to reach right out now to Pornthip. Guys, I want you to really understand that these strategies that we talk about, these transfer over to corporate America. Okay, this isn't just, you know, like online marketing or affiliate marketing. Pornthip was in a situation where she had what she considered to be a dream consulting job that she wanted to be able to get. And within the very first month of implementing the strategies, she signed a $70,000 consulting contract, and she went full-time. She's a full-time entrepreneur now, full-time online marketing, multiple income streams, multiple streams coming in right now. So Pornthip, tell us a little bit about your journey in Millionaire Mentoring.
Thank you, Darren. Me, a middle-aged woman, gray hair, slight overweight, broken English. Here I am today, sitting on the panel with you, sir. And I'm so blessed. I'm honored to be here. Initially, why am I looking for online business? I had a great career for 11 years. As a senior lecturer, I have a team of 12 people in a university. But then suddenly every department got axed in their employment. So don't you think that that wouldn't happen to you? You know, so I start to realize that something called permanent full-time job is actually not permanent. It can disappear in a short notice. So that's, you know, get me to start thinking outside. What can I do? And then I got hit with the bad news. My mom was sick with cancer. And that thrown me out from my path. That, you know, I can't just sit and relax and, you know, waiting for my salary every fortnight to come in anymore. I have to think bigger and look for something else to generate extra income. So I looked at online business. And without the right mentor, without the right coaching, man, I ended up losing all of my lifetime saving. My husband has lost almost all of his superannuation just to cover all the expenses that we put ourselves into. Just to be told, just buy the ads. You go through the upgrades, you get the advertisement, you got to position yourself. You got to position yourself. So we fall into that and ended up we almost lost everything that we worked hard for. And I'm so grateful I was introduced to the Millionaire Mentoring Program, and that is God blessed. And it's a life-changing moment. In our lives, it's not just me, it's my family. That we, you know, when you make mistakes, the mindset, the self-esteem start to shatter. There's nothing positive about it. It impact on my family, on our relationship, on our children relationship. And this program is not just about making you money, guys. It's about self-worth, the deserve ability that you deserve it. You deserve a better life. We only live once that we know of. Make the best of it. And I can reassure you that it's worth it to just have a look at it. Be open mind, because you don't just live paycheck to paycheck and hoping that your life gonna get better from today. Since I starting this program, I was from the person who hide behind the computer, writing the post every day, and no response, to now I am here, sitting here, doing this. We are doing this with you guys. It says a lot about the leadership that I've learned. And this month, I just celebrating my first year anniversary with Black Ops Underground Marketing. So I'm so proud to be your students. And a few weeks in, after I learned the strategy, the 7-figure model, I follow it. I never knew that I need this personal development until my back against the wall. There's nothing else that out there for me. I just think this is it. And I scored a contract, the dream job that I created, right? I created and I got it. And now I learned to to have multiple income streams and make money for me while I'm asleep, because Darren and Ari teaching us the automated system that you create your own clones and plug it everywhere, and then it just works for you 24/7, 365 days a year for you. So I'm forever grateful, sir.
Fantastic, Pornfit. Super, super proud of you. That's so great to hear. Guys, you know, that is an example. I mean, we're talking about, you know, this isn't about online affiliate marketing, network marketing, MLM. I'm talking about somebody that signed a $70,000 consulting contract, and she's now gone on to make over 6 figures, okay, with multiple income streams that she's got. And it's not only just about the money, okay? We've had students that were actually divorced, okay, for 4 years. Kids were living in separate households. They went through Millionaire Mentoring, and the couple got remarried. Now, I want you to really let that sink in for a minute. This couple was divorced for 4 years, and they got remarried from going through Millionaire Mentoring and Training, okay? So it's not just about money here. I'm talking about health and wellness, family, relationships, spiritual, emotional, career, travel, financial goals, material things, contribution, giving back and making a difference. I'm talking about every single area. Your whole life starts to blossom, okay? It's a phenomenon, okay? It truly is, guys. It's a phenomenon of what happens when you're in ongoing millionaire mentoring, okay? Now, I want you to hear right now from Charlene Savage, because Charlene was really at rock bottom, guys, okay? And she's going to share a little bit about her story here, but imagine what it would be like for you if you were a single mom and you went to buy groceries with your credit card, is all you had, right? And you put your credit card in, and they say, "I'm sorry, ma'am, it's come up declined." What would that do for your family if you were at that stage where you were literally at rock bottom, and it wasn't just about you, because you had kids that you had to take care of, and she's got one son as a single mother? What would that do for you if you were right down at the rock bottom with no place to turn? So, Charlene, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks, Darren. It's always an honor and a privilege to be here. I really enjoy being here. But, you know, you saying those words about what would it be like to use your credit card to go walk into the supermarket to select, you know, the groceries that you need, the budget ones, by the way, because I wasn't sure if it was actually going to go through, and sort of getting to the checkout, and your heart is just racing. You're hoping that no one's going to stand too close behind you because you don't want them to hear the checkout operator saying, "Oh, it's declined," you know, because it happened a few times. And it's not the best feeling. I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. But during those times, it was so stressful. I literally would run out of the supermarket just in tears because it was real. You know, it happened so many times, and I cried out to God, asking him, why was I in such a place of lack and such a place of, you know, being at rock bottom when, you know, I was promised all these things about having abundance and having all these things. But I realized that I had to partner with God. And, you know, as a believer, I was always waiting on God to do everything for me. But I realized that when I came into under your mentorship, that there was some things that I had to do. You know, I had to partner with God. I had to step out and I had to do the calls. I had to do the value add webinars and things like that to really step into some breakthrough. So yes, being a single mom, looking after my teenage son, it's expensive looking after a child who eats like for a rugby team. He's a big eater. And there's also my mum as well. She's now living with me, so I'm now caring for her as well. So I've got 2 of my family members literally relying on me and my efforts and what I do as a full-time online entrepreneur to actually make ends meet. So yeah, lots of tears, lots of struggle. I'd been in the industry online for quite some time, but it was a struggle because I was never taught. No one taught me how to market. I was scamming people, like getting out there and messaging, say, hey, check out this link, check out this product. It's the best thing in the world. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. And it was all from an innocent place. But it was when I asked God for a sign. I asked him to show me a sign, and he just said, follow the lion and the eagle, because that's how he speaks to me. And so I was on the internet one day, and I came across you, Darren, and I was like, oh, who's this dude? And, and you know, you had Millionaire Mentor and everything. And you were literally speaking to my pain. You were saying, hey, you know, do you hate harassing your friends and family? I'm like, yeah. He says, do you hate rejecting, you know, you're feeling rejected? I'm like, yeah. And he says, well, do you not know how to generate leads? I'm like, my gosh, who is this guy? I was taking notes. And then at the end of that, you like shared your screen, and up came this lion, and my heart like skipped a beat. I was like, oh my gosh, Papa, there's the lion. So I just knew that I was on the right track, but I was like, well, hold up, I haven't seen no eagle yet. And so you carried on through, you know, sharing so much value. I was just intrigued. I was like, wow, this is what I need. This is what I really need. This is an answer. And then at the end of the presentation, up came this beautiful bold eagle, and it was just a sign, and I knew that I knew that I knew. And I didn't know, you know, God's word says to trust in him with all of your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And so I didn't understand, but I just knew that I had to reach out. So that's when I reached out over to you, Darren, and I threw my head over the wall, and I was like, yes, sir, whatever you say, I'll jump high. How high do you want me to jump? You know, like a kangaroo, like we do here in Aussie, a pon pon. So it was like, I was just willing to do anything. I did whatever it took to get there, because I didn't know where my next dollar was going to come from. I didn't know if I could pay the rent. It was horrifying. It was so stressful. And if you can imagine sitting there looking at your list of bills with your family, my son was sitting there with me, and your children sense things. They know when something's wrong. And he sat with me, and he put his hand on my knee, and he says, Mom, I think God's going to take care of us. You just need to be obedient. And that just made me cry. And so that really pushed me into embracing what you had to offer. And I literally threw my head over the wall. And then I applied the simple steps, and I'll hand it to you. I had a bit of ego there at the beginning. You know, I thought I knew everything, Darren. And, you said to me one day, Charlene, be a CEO. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be a CEO. I'll wipe away my tears and just do this, roll up my sleeves. And so I did it. And within 8 days, I generated $4,000 online. Within my first 2 weeks, I generated $10,000 online. My first month, $18,000. I was just, wow, I couldn't believe what was happening. It was happening so fast. But I also remembered to stay humble in the wins and to stay humble with the success. And I've always held on to that, because God just continues to bless. And so my first 12 months, it just completely exceeded my expectations. I'm really expectant of so much more this year. And I'm really looking forward to the new Black Ops Live, because this is just the beginning. I really believe it. I'm excited. I'm so happy to be here. I appreciate you, Darren, and I appreciate all the leaders who are here. And I look forward to seeing some more leaders on this panel in future. Thank you, Darren.
Fantastic. Charlene, I'm telling you, I'm just so proud of you. It's just, guys, just so you know, that is what this industry is about. Okay, those people, those testimonials. Okay, and if you really want to go to 7 figures, multiple 7 figures, my business partner Ari is an 8-figure income earner. Just so you know. Okay, 8 figures, not 7 figures, 8 figures. Okay, that was just last year. So you know, guys, we really know what we're doing, but it's not about us. It's not about us. Okay. Once you've, you know, made millions and multiple millions and you do multi-million-dollar deals and this and that, and I've personally raised tens of millions of dollars myself, okay, in venture capital for public companies, private companies, my own companies. I've taken companies as high as $100 million market cap on the public markets. So you know, we really know what we're doing, guys. Okay, we really truly do. And it's not about a money grab. It's not. It's about these people's transformations into leadership. That's truly how you will leave behind a legacy. Okay, it's not about you. It's not about how many houses you can get and how many cars that you can get and how much the numbers are in your bank account. That's not it. Okay, and if that's what you're thinking, you've lost the whole concept of what this industry really is about, because it's about transforming people's lives and helping them to really become the best version of themselves. That's what our industry is about. It's about personal development and leadership, okay? And you know what? Eventually, okay, you could be Samuel your very first week. He's brand new. He's only been 1 week in, right? His first day of implementing the strategies, he had a $1,400 day, okay? Now, if he just keeps on this path and he just keeps on showing up and he keeps on going through more millionaire mentoring, guys, he's on the path to become a millionaire, okay? He's on the path to become a millionaire, right? And that's the thing that you got to understand about all of these people that you've heard from here tonight. They're all on the path to become seven-figure income earners and beyond, right? And it started with going through training. That was step one. Then the next step was to get a little tiny success story. That's step number 2. And then step number 3 is to share the strategies with other people so that you actually move into leadership and now you're empowering other people from your story, right? That's our industry, right? You learn something, you implement it, you get a little tiny result, and now you share your results with other people, right? So we do the majority of the heavy lifting, so to speak. You know, if you look at this broadcast as an example today, you know, you're probably watching it on a broadcast page that's got graphics and a get started now button. You know, we did that. We did that for everybody, right? So we put together the campaign, we put together the funnel, we wrote the copy, we did all of that stuff, and then we just literally hand it over to the people and they get to implement it as well. And as they do that, they slowly learn on how that's eventually going to be them, okay? Eventually, right? Obviously, it doesn't happen immediately, right? But eventually, you will be the leader. Eventually, you'll be that person that's the driving force behind your own campaign, your own strategy. So if you take a look at as an example with Pornthip told you the story about how just a year ago, guys, okay, just a year ago, that she was literally hiding behind her computer, okay? Life circumstances had taken her down and literally pummeled her confidence and self-esteem down to nothing, okay? And now she's built all the way back up into leadership where she has her own international team, guys. The same person that was beaten down all the way now has her own international team, is making money while she sleeps, has multiple streams of income. She'll never have to worry about money ever again for the rest of her life, right? And once you learn these strategies, you can literally make money on demand. Okay, I'm not kidding you when I tell you that. You decide that you want however much money you want to make, okay? I had a situation, guys, just so you know, where I publicly announced that I was going to have $100,000 a month, publicly, okay, from zero. And I was in my third week, and I had only made 65,000 by the third week. Okay. Now, even if you took all that data, I still would have come short just with all of that. But I cranked up my value in the last week. Now, most people would have thrown the towel in right there. Oh, 65,000, that's not too bad, right? Well, I gave it a good college try, right? That's the human condition, right? We'll teach you how to overcome the human condition so that you can truly steer your own ship. So as I'm coming up to the finish line, pow! I ended up doing 118,000 that month instead of 100. Now, when I was at my third week at 65K, I could have already given up. That's what most people do, guys. That's what you got to understand. It's not you against the world. It's you against you. It's you against yourself. It's your self-talk that's keeping you down. It's your self-doubt that's holding you back. It's your inability to surrender your pride and surrender your ego and just trust the process and show up. Okay, just show up, right? With a notepad, with a pen in hand, and just be coachable. And if you can do that, if you can just show up, right? That's 80% of the way. You're literally 80% of the way by just showing up. 80%, right? The other 20% is just implementing the strategies. But 80% is just showing up, okay? So guys, we have this Super Sunday that's coming up about a month from now. And all I can tell you is if you are one of these 100 families that we're taking under our wing and we're teaching and training everything that we know, guys, everything. You're really learning the real McCoy 7-figure strategy on how to really make a fortune online. And it's not hype. Okay, it's not hype. We've got dozens of people that are just like on this panel that you're watching tonight, right, in Black Ops. So what I would encourage you to do, if you want to start popping 100, 250, 500, and $1,000 daily commissions, throw your hat over the wall, click that link below, guys, and be one of those 100 families. Trust me when I tell you, you will literally never have to worry about money again for the rest of your life. And that, my friend, you can take to the bank. So throw your hat over the wall, click that link below, get the G100. It's $299 for the reseller rates, $1,000 for the product, $50 for PayPal transaction fees. It comes out to $1,349. Guys, I'm telling you, it would be the best investment that you've ever made, guaranteed. I can tell you that. There's no other value that will touch what we do for our students in Black Ops Underground Marketing. So thanks a lot for joining us on this exclusive and private VIP broadcast. Special thanks to my panel. Super proud of you guys. And guys, let's go get it. Click that link below, throw your hat over the wall, and we'll see you on Super Sunday in May. Have a great night. All the best.